I'm here with Jack, who just witnessed Arsenal win yet another Champions League game, 2-0 against Olympiacos. Jack, your thoughts on the performance?
It was all right, a win's a win. You got to put it in context. There's teams out there that didn't win. Like City got a draw. I think Spurs drew yesterday. So a win's a win, but it wasn't.
You said all right. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are we saying? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
It's a 6 maybe. I think we should have scored more, but the more alarming thing for me was that our keeper had to make so many saves. Like if we just popped the ball around, dominated the game, we just didn't get that many goals, fine. But when Raya's being forced to claw one out the top corner, they've got one ruled out for offside. I'm like, you said it on the watch long, we won't repeat it because you don't want to get demonetised. But if you mess around, you often find out.
Right. And FAFO.
Yeah, but tonight we didn't find out, and we got the goal at the end. But it's one of them games where it was a little bit too. We gave them too much for my liking, but look, a win's a win. Other teams didn't win, so.
And we all agreed on the watch along to a man. In fact, we were saying it before the game that with Arsenal, one of the things that can frustrate about us is that we will be like, on top, and you expect we're going to go on and really stick it on a team, and then we don't. Why do you think that might be?
Yeah, I know what you mean. We quite often, even when we win big, it's like 3-0 in the first half, and then we come out in the second half, and it ends 3-0 or 4-0, and it's like, we could have gone for the jugular here, but we've just taken our foot off the gas. But I don't know, it annoyed me a little bit tonight because I feel like a lot of players had a point to prove. Maybe not annoyed is maybe the wrong word, but when you look at a Trossard, that's a game where you're like, right, let me take this by the scruff of the neck, show you why I'm starting West Ham. I thought he was poor, and there was a few others. A few took the opportunity, a few didn't.
You know what? I think that's a good point. So that kind of brings me to what I was going to ask you. Now, Gyokeres, and now I'm going to put my cards on the table. I'm a big advocate of his. I remember going back and forth with you. We were talking whether it be Gyokeres or Sesko, and I said very firmly I wanted Gyokeres. I would say I think his performances have got incrementally better as he's getting used to the team and we're getting used to him. However, this is his 5th game now without a goal tonight. Any concerns there? What do you think?
I think he just needs the floodgates to open. I think he's one of them players, especially with strikers. You get that one goal in like a big game where you go and get a hat trick, and then like floodgates open, you go into sort of like a flow state, and that's where I'm at with him. You know me, I was like his biggest critic before it came in. I was the one telling you guys that I don't think he's all that all round. There's a lot of penalties. I was sort of the doubter, but I actually think the last 2 games he hasn't scored, but it's probably been his best all round performance. I think Newcastle he was really good, should have had a penalty, and tonight I thought again really good. Do we call it an assist? Maybe half an assist, but just coming in, linking play, flicking it around the corner, the stuff that he was struggling to do early on in the season. He looks fit now. He looks like he's getting up to sharpness. He didn't have that pre-season, so I'm not that concerned. We got West Ham. Go and get a brace at West Ham. Go into an international break, and no one's talking about it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about Martin Odegaard, because I thought he looked really good today. He was my man of the match. I'm not sure if you agree. You'll tell us in a second. But yeah, he looks like his confidence is back now, and that's really big for Arsenal, right?
Yeah, he's locked in. He's got the buzz cut. He's in his winter arc. He's ready. There's a new Odegaard. But seriously, I think he does look so much better. Not quite back to what he used to be, but we were saying on the watch long, it's nice that last season it was a lot of, right, you're fit, so in the starting 11 I need you to perform because you're the creative guy. But it's nice that you can do it's all right, we'll start Eze against Newcastle, you just come on and give us something. You can be the hero if you want, but it's not the end of the world if you don't, because we didn't start you. And then tonight it's another one of go get some minutes in your legs, go see what you can do, just get up to speed. There's not that massive pressure of like you're the only guy we have. So yeah, good for him. I think he was my man of the match, got the assist as well.
Yeah, I thought he looked really sharp tonight, and it's good to see because, there were times last season when he wasn't looking himself and there was a lot of things being said. So for him to come back now, showing us what he's made of is great. Anyone else catch your eye tonight?
David Raya. I mean, again, we were saying it's not great that we're highlighting our goalkeeper at home to Olympiacos, but some of the saves he made, like we had a little debate on Predicted 11 of, is this the sort of game you bring Kepa into? I think that shows that, like, in moments, that save he claws at the top corner is incredible. And I mean, we were just saying behind the camera, is he the best keeper in the Prem? For me, I'm still Alisson, but
he's in the conversation.
Yeah, I think if you did a tier list, you've got Alisson in a league of his own, and then Raya's right at the top of that league below. I think there is a gap there, but for me, like, And it's weird how good he is at claiming crosses. Like he's like 6'1". He's probably the smallest keeper in the Prem, but I don't see many that are better at coming and claiming crosses and catching than him. But
You know what I put that down to? I put that down to, number one, he's got outstanding agility. Now, when I've gone to games, I've made a point of watching him warm up. And, you know what I mean, he's got incredible agility. And number two, he's a very self-confident guy, which means if the ball's coming in, you know, in the air, he's going to back himself to get it. So, you know, I really do rate him. I rate him highly, and we're pleased to have him. Right, so 2 Champions League games, 2 wins now. We got to the semi-final last season. You've had a look at all, because I know you're a bit of a student of football. You've seen all the teams. How do you think we're shaping up compared to the other top teams in Europe?
Well, we've not really been massively tested. I mean, I know you've been very vocal on Bilbao's quality, and you know, Olympiacos at home. There's 2 games you should be winning. There's other teams that have played like a Bayern already, or they've played a Real Madrid, so I can't read too much into it. But like I said, we've got 6 points on the board. You can slip up in these games. We haven't. We are a team that's really suited to playing in Europe, I think. I also think we can win the Champions League, but I'm very hesitant to say we will, because for the last 2 years, we've all been saying, oh, you know, Arsenal really suit Champions League football. You know, Arsenal have the deepest squad. Arsenal can win the Champions League, but I've been saying that for years. So until I see it with my own eyes, I'm not going to say that, put any expectations on it. But
Yeah, that's fair enough. I saw something today where some of the bookies has got Arsenal as favourites for the Champions League this year, which is interesting. I wouldn't have made us favourites, but clearly the bookies feel like you do, that we've got a really good chance of winning. I mean, I hope they're right, but yeah. Okay then, so that's out the way, Champions League out the way, massive game at the weekend against West Ham. Going to ask you, Jack, do you see him making any changes for the team? Do you think anybody that wasn't playing today comes in, and vice versa, anyone that did play today that doesn't make the cut for Saturday? What do you reckon?
I don't think Trossard's helped himself. I mean, he started Newcastle, and I believe he started City as well. So I don't think he helped his cause tonight. I think Saka coming off the bench getting a goal did. I think Eze looked good, because Odegaard's now staked that claim of the, look, you saw what I did against Newcastle. I played well tonight, so I'm back in that midfield. So if Eze's going to play, you're either playing him with me, which I don't think Arteta will do, or you put him on the left. So yeah, I think Eze comes in on the left, Saka on the right, and I don't think Ben White was amazing, so I'd bring.
Ben looked like he was struggling a little bit at times today. Is that down to fitness, confidence, combination of both? What do you reckon?
I feel really sorry for Ben White, because we all speak now about Arsenal have so much depth that we can afford to bring players in and bring them out and not overplay them. But Ben's probably the one that suffered the most from not having that before. Like when Timber had his ACL injury, and then when he was sort of in and out picking up knocks the season after, Ben White was the one that was playing every week, because we didn't have the depth, because Tomiyasu wasn't around, because Timber wasn't around. So everyone's now reaping the rewards of this depth, and he's sort of already been killed off by it. So hopefully he does now have that ability to just come back slowly and get back to his best, because we know how good he is. Yeah,
and then we got Gabriel and Saliba, the 2 centre-backs. Left back, that could be an issue, because Miles had a good game today, another good game. Is he pushing Calafiori for that left back, or would you go with Calafiori for that left side on Saturday against West Ham?
I go back to Calafiori. I think it's really difficult, because this season we've changed our fullbacks, so they're now overlapping a lot, they're bombing on, so we all know how good Miles is at coming inside playing as a midfielder, but they're not really doing that as much. And especially if you agree with me that you think Eze should start on the left at the weekend, if you put Calafiori in there, at least he's going to bomb around the outside and let Eze come inside. If you put Miles in there, he's going to tuck into the midfield, and then you're going to force Eze out onto the touchline. So I think there's a couple of combinations there that I sort of hinder each other. So it's tough, but he'll earn his way back in. I want to see him as a midfielder.
Well, yeah, that'd be very interesting. I could see that coming one day, actually. But just finally then, Arsenal versus West Ham, it's a home game. London rivals West Ham, who have done well against us in previous years. Just finally, what do you make of that game? How confident are you? Can Arsenal get the win?
We should get the win. I just want to break that curse. I mean, last year we slapped them away. The year before we put 6 past them away, but both times they've beaten us at home. So if we could just stop doing that. I mean, what was it last year? 1-0, Lewis Skelly gets sent off. The year before we had like 27 shots on goal and they beat us 2-0. So if we could stop doing that, that'd be great. And then
keeping 10 men on the pitch, 11 men on the pitch.
They've shipped 8 goals from corners this season. I know they've got a new manager, but please.
Yeah, you mentioned that. They've got a new manager, a bit of a new manager bounce, because they got a decent result, Everton. They came from behind to get 1-1 draw. So I would imagine they're going to come and make a game of it for sure.
Yeah, you've seen what Nuno did with Forest. They'll put players behind the ball and then try and hit us on the break. You know, he's got fairly similar profiles. Maybe a Fulkrug can be as Chris Wood, maybe Paqueta can be as Gibbs White. Like, he will try and shape them up similar.
Jared Bowen?
Yeah, be resolute, keep the ball, and then when they do have a chance to break, just get Bowen on there, get Fulkrug playing the Chris Wood, old poacher, whatever he is, false target man, and then, yeah, it'll be tough, but if you shit 8 goals from corners and you're coming to the Emirates, like, please, surely we score at least one.
Yeah, listen, it's a game we got to win.
Have to.
Yeah.
I mean, what have Liverpool got? Chelsea away?
Yes.
I'd still back them to win that, but now we're 2 points behind. Let's not give them another lead. Let's keep the pressure on. Let's send them into the international break, breathing down their necks rather than giving them their relief again.
GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.